Hi, it's the Tiny One / Bishie, and let's play some more Tailor Tales. It's been a couple years, and unfortunately in that time, my save file, in that time I've had quite a few files get corrupted, and when I went to restore them, my save file was gone. So I had to redo this from scratch. I don't remember if this is what my character looks like or not. I know the shoes aren't right yet. But yeah, I ended up catching up to where I was on stream. I was kind of pissed. So I had some wine to drink. So yeah. Let's see if I can get some glasses for my character and some like flats. Let's see. Oh, here's some glasses. 1,000? Okay. Bye. Yes. And then, I think I have some flat shoes. But I'll get shoes later. Outfit. Glasses, yeah. There we go. Finished. Yes. Okay. I was doing Dimitri's storyline, so let's continue with that. Within a couple days, Dimitri had shipped all of his belongings from his parents' house to mine. The once empty spare bedroom now looks like a boy's room. I helped with the moving, although Dimitri tried taking boxes off my hands and carrying it himself, saying that I don't need to trouble myself. Dimitri's first night was mostly spent unpacking his things and then collapsing from exhaustion. The next day he went to his college, and it wasn't as weird as I thought it'd be. Also, it's been so hot. Breath of the Link. Gee, I wonder what game that is. Oh, that's funny. So it's been the 90s the past couple days, so I have a fan in this room on the other side of the room, and I also have a small fan behind me. So if you hear any noise, that's the fans. It's still pretty warm. With everything going on, Dimitri hadn't had the time yet to show off his cooking skills. I'll admit, I'm really looking forward to home-cooked meals from Dimitri. I remember that the last time I saw him, we were baking a cake together, and he was so precise about everything. It was kind of amazing. I'm sure that even when it's not a cake, whatever Dimitri will make will be gold. Tomorrow will be the official opening of my store, so I want to celebrate it with Sarah and Dimitri tonight. I asked Dimitri if he could cook for me, and he said he'd gladly do so. Later that evening, Sarah finally drops by. Hi, she greets me at the front entrance. Hey Sarah, come on in. Sarah sniffs the air and makes a delightful noise. What is that smell? It smells delicious. I grin at her and nod my head in agreement. I know, it's Dimitri's cooking. Catboy? She asks. He can cook? Most definitely he can. He cleans too. Tiny, did you hire yourself a live-in maid? Oh my god. I blink at Sarah as she does make a good point there. In exchange for getting to live here cheaply, Dimitri is supposed to help with household chores such as cleaning and cooking. When I put it in those terms, I guess it does sound like a live-in maid. I shake my head. No, don't be silly. I get money from him, not the other way around. That only makes it sound like you're exploiting him instead. Oh my god. Shut up and come inside. Be nice to Dimitri. Sarah and I make our way inside and enter the living room. Dimitri greets us, holding a wooden spoon in one hand, still in the middle of cooking. Good evening, Sarah, he greets her politely. Catboy, she replies as usual. Oh my god. Dimitri gives her a wary smile, and he looks over at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, as if he's asking me if Sarah really does hate him. I sigh loudly. I'm gonna apologize for Sarah's behavior. Sorry about Sarah. She's just jealous you're my roommate now and not her.
Oh!
What? I'm not. Sarah quickly denies. Dimitri simply chuckles in response. But we'll see if you're a better roommate for her than I am, Sarah mumbles menacingly. Wow. I roll my eyes. That's really the only thing she cares about, isn't it? She's jealous Dimitri is my roommate. I simply want the both of them to get along. Anyways, dinner will be served shortly. Please have a seat, Dimitri announces. Well, you don't have to tell me twice. Me and Sarah sit at the dining table and await our dinner. It really does smell nice in my house right now. All I did was ask Dimitri to cook a nice dinner for us to celebrate the opening day tomorrow. I gave him some money and he did everything all by himself. It's only his second day here as well, and yet he's familiarized himself pretty well. It's a little impressive the way he's so put together and takes charge. I have to say I never expected this from Dimitri, who always seemed so meek and reserved back when he was younger. I guess he's become a little more reliant now that he's older. Finally, Dimitri comes walking into the dining room, 2 plates in his hands. For you, my lady, says Dimitri, as he places the plate in front of me. I laugh at him. You're going to address me as lady now? Dimitri looks a bit sheepish. Well, you are the lady of the house. You get first dibs. Yeah, well, I want next dibs. Gimme, I'm starving, Sarah interjects. Oh my god. As Dimitri serves Sarah and himself, I finally get a look at the amazing dish in front of me. It's super fancy. It looks like it's been made by an expert. There's a large chunk of steak covered in a red sauce, some green asparagus, and roasted potatoes. He's even spattered some of the sauce around the plate to create the image of a bow. That's cute. It smells as delicious as it looks. But most importantly, what do they teach him in baking class? Isn't he supposed to learn how to bake pastries? This is like getting dinner at a 5-star restaurant. Dimitri, this is amazing, I say in wonder. Dimitri finally sits down as well. Well, you did say you wanted to celebrate something, Dimitri says with a small chuckle. I thought you were majoring in baking, I ask him. Oh, I am. Please don't think I'm some professional sous chef or anything like that. I followed a strict recipe to get this result. He closes his eyes and mumbles, I was trying to impress you, maybe. Aw, thanks for going all out then. But the important question is, does it taste good? Sarah points out. Yes, it does. She really wants to rain on his parade, doesn't she? I take my knife and slowly cut the first piece off my steak, and bring the slightly rare flesh to towards my mouth. This is good. See my delighted face, Dimitri lets out a relieved-sounding sigh, like he's been on guard all this time. Maybe he's been really anxious about getting this meal perfect. Dimitri, please don't tell me you're going to cook like this every single time, I ask, sounding a tad bit too hopeful. Dimitri nervously shakes his head. I don't think I'd be able to handle that kind of stress, ha ha ha. He takes in a deep breath. No, this is a special occasion. My cooking skills are actually pretty mediocre. He's trying to downplay his own skills. In no way is this meal mediocre. Dimitri is way too modest. Okay, fine, you win this round, Sarah says begrudgingly. I will admit I can only cook ramen. Got her. Sarah, it's not a competition. It is! Oh my god. Dimitri simply chuckles at Sarah, enjoying himself. Then there's a smug smile on his face for the briefest moments. Then I guess I win. Oh my god. Dimitri? He's fueling Sarah's fire. I can't believe those two just don't get along. I sigh heavily as I try to enjoy Dimitri's meal. Jeez, you two. Later that night, when we're all finished and cleaned up, Sarah has to go home. Now, just because I'm gone doesn't mean you can suddenly put the moves on Tiny, she warns Dimitri. Oh my god. Dimitri stands there with the towel in his hand, mouth dropping open in complete and utter shock. Sarah, it's just Dimitri. He's not going to do anything. Nothing is going to happen. He's my ex's old brother, for God's sake. You hear that? Sarah's smirking. Little brother, she says while stressing the words. Dimitri huffs. Isn't it bedtime for you now? He responds, narrowing his eyes at Sarah. Oh my god. It's like I'm in the middle of a war with these two. I rub my head and furrow my eyebrows. Yes, children should be in bed by now. No? Tiny, why don't you tuck him in? Jeez. Wow. I have a better idea. Why don't I kick you out? I grumble and start pushing Sarah out towards the back door. All right. Good luck with the opening tomorrow. Let me know how it goes, okay? Good night. Sarah finally bids her good night and leaves. Jeez. I head back to the kitchen to see Dimitri drying the dishes. It's nice to have someone cook for me and also clean up after themselves. I'm usually too tired to do the dishes after cooking. I stand next to Dimitri, holding a towel in my hand as well, and I quickly take a soapy plate from the drying rack and dry it off. Dimitri stops for a second to look at me, then silently continues. It seems Sarah actually does have an issue with you, I decide to say. I hope he doesn't hate her. She's my best friend after all. That much was obvious. I think she means well. It's how she shows affection. She has a funny way of showing that. Agreed. She tends to bully the one she loves. She has definitely teased me a lot during college as well, or whenever we were doing one of her photo shoots. She mercilessly teased me about looking good on camera. I guess I wouldn't mind being bullied a little by the person I love, Dimitri says softly, with a slight shrug of his shoulders. My eyes dart over towards him, curiosity sparking inside of me. Is he perhaps... Don't tell me you're a masochist. Oops. Oh my god, Dimitri promptly drops the glass he was holding and splashes back into the sink filled with water. He quickly whips his head to face me, eyes wide in shock. What? His voice squeaks. Slowly he starts to blush as well. I'm not, he grumbles. I laugh at him, playfully tapping his arm with my hand. Relax. I meant personality-wise. You're not the kind that enjoys it when you... Personality-wise, you're the kind that enjoys it when you get teased by friends, no? Dimitri lets out a nervous chuckle. I guess so. I mean, probably less with friends. I was thinking... He looks at me. If it was a girl I like. Speaking of liking people, that reminds me. Does Dimitri have a girlfriend right now? I can't imagine she'd be okay with him moving in with me. Hey Dimitri, are you in a relationship at the moment? Dimitri silently picks up the glass he drops and starts drying it off again. He says nothing. Oh, he's turning red. Why do you want to know? He stutters. Well, I'm curious if you have a girlfriend or not, I answer honestly. Beneath the long plucks of hair, I can see that his ears are also burning red. That's cute. He's so embarrassed. No, he says in a deep voice. I do not. In any case, I breathe a sigh of relief. Good, I say. Huh? Eh? Dimitri looks confused, but there's also a slight smile on his face. Why is that good? I figured if you had a girlfriend, she wouldn't exactly be okay with you moving in with me. I know I would get really jealous. Oh. He pressed his lips into a thin line. No, you don't need to worry about that. He gives me a smile. I'm single. Maybe Dimitri has never been in a relationship before. That could also be a possibility. I'm not about to ask, though. That's a bit of an awkward question to pose. Then again, Dimitri has grown into his looks. I can't imagine the girls his age would find him handsome and want to date him. Besides, he's sweet and can cook a lovely meal. Definitely boyfriend material. Don't worry, I give him a grin. I'm sure you'll find someone eventually. And I'm sure you will too. I feel myself turning bashful all of a sudden. I haven't been in another relationship since Alex. I've been on dates and such, but I found myself keeping a distance from them. For some reason, there was this barrier I created that I couldn't overcome and turn those dates into a relationship. And as soon as they did something suspicious, like texting someone while on a date with me, I'd end it right then and there. I wasn't able to trust them. I muse out loud. I'm not so sure. Dimitri places a towel onto the counter and turns to me with sincere eyes. What do you mean by that? I can't quite formulate my own thoughts. I wonder how much Dimitri even knows about my breakup with Alex. I don't know. It's just... I pause to think. I find men harder to trust now. Oh, Dimitri says, realizing what I mean. I guess that makes sense with what happened. Trusting Alex and then finding out that he had been cheating on me for a while. It was quite a shock. A shock I'm still healing from, to be honest. I definitely do not have any feelings toward Alex anymore. He can go drown in a river for all I care. But he's left me behind with some emotional scars. There are still some good guys out there. I hope you still give them a chance, said Dimitri with a serious look in his eyes. Not everyone will ruin your trust. I gave him a sad smile. I know. Plenty of fish in the sea, right? He nods at me. Right. Now that we finally broached the subject, I may as well ask how much Dimitri knows about what happened 3 years ago. Do you even know what happened between me and your brother? Dimitri nods and picks up his towel again to start drying off the last glass. I don't know the exact details, but I could piece some things together when you wrote in big bold letters the word cheater on his car. Dude, you defaced his car. What? Wait, what? Sorry? There was the word cheater painted in white on Alexander's car a few days after my birthday. That had to have been Sarah. I turned bright red. That wasn't me, I immediately corrected him. That must have been Sarah. Oh God, I didn't realize she did that. I remember Sarah calling for acts of revenge after she found out about what happened, and one day she came back to the dorms pretty late with a satisfied smile on her face. She wouldn't tell me what she did no matter how many times I asked her, only that he got what he deserved, quote unquote. She said she'd get revenge on him. I didn't realize this is what she meant. It was pretty funny. I took a picture of it. Oh my God. He was scrubbing the paint off for days, Dimitri chuckled. I couldn't help but give him a wary smile as well. Good. At least he suffered a little. I should probably thank Sarah for being an awesome friend the next time I see her. Dimitri suddenly looks dejected. Is this why Sarah dislikes me? Because I'm Alexander's brother? He makes a good point. While Sarah was already wary of him when he was dressed up in a cat costume, she became even more antagonistic towards him when she found out he was Alex's brother. I'm not sure, maybe, but she doesn't really dislike you. Or at least I think she doesn't dislike him. She seems to be having fun toying around with him more than anything. I don't care if Sarah does, as long as you're the one that doesn't dislike me because of my brother. I raised my eyebrows in surprise. No, I can never. Dimitri has been so sweet to me. Of course, I wouldn't dislike him due to what happened with Alex. I mean, sometimes when I look at him, it reminds me of Alex since they look alike, but I can never hate him. Relax, you're nothing like Alex. I couldn't hate you even if I tried, I say sincerely. Dimitri's lips curl into a really cute smile. I love seeing that dimple of his. Thanks, he says, sounding relieved. I take that as a compliment, then. Besides, I wouldn't have invited you to come live with me if I disliked you, I point out. Excuse me, I have hiccups. He lets out a tiny chuckle, his broad shoulders twitching in response. True enough, I suppose. I'm still in a little bit of disbelief that I'm living here right now. I woke up today thinking, am I really here? I look over at Dimitri, and I guess it is a little weird, seeing that now I'm living together with him as roommates. But standing here next to him doing the dishes, talking to each other like this, I actually feel quite at home with him. I'm a bit surprised at myself for offering you a place to stay, but I can't say I regret this. I lift up one of the clean plates and look at him, and look at myself in its reflection with a smile. I mean, I got a sweet guy making dinner for me. What's not to like? Oh. Ah! Dimitri bashfully looks away from me, and I can see his ears turning pink again. He blushes so easily. I'll try to cook you many dinners, he exclaims, looking at me again with that adorable smile of his. And I hope I'm able to try many of his dishes. All right. Can I jump straight into chapter 6? Yeah, I could do that. Excited. I'm so excited. It's the opening day of Beautific. I've gotten up early to get everything ready. There's even balloons right outside the door. I'm so pumped up. Everything is cleaned up and all my clothes are being displayed on mannequins or racks. I'm absolutely brimming with pride. My grandma would love to see this day. Thank you, Grandma, for leaving me behind an inheritance so I can realize my dream. I unlock the front door and then stand behind the counter, smiling brightly. An hour later, and I finally have my first customer. Oh, it appears to be 2 women, actually. So my first 2 customers. Welcome, I greet them warmly. They nod their heads at me and continue chatting with one another as they step inside the boutique. Anticipation wells up inside me as my eyes follow them along, trying not to stare at them too much, but unable to really leave them alone due to my giddiness. I can't help it. Do they really see something they like? Will they buy anything? I just want to be able to sell my first piece. And just like that, the 2 women disappear from the boutique after browsing around for a couple minutes. I keep up my smile. It's okay. Your first customer doesn't mean it'll be a paying one. The next one might buy something. I keep my chin up high. It's almost afternoon and my spirits have depleted a little bit. The number of customers that have entered my boutique is something I can count on both hands, and the amount that purchase anything at all is non-existent. I never thought it was going to be this disheartening to see people leave Beautific empty-handed. It's okay, the day still hasn't ended. I close up shop with a heavy sigh. My earnings for today is a big fat 0. Opening day should have had more people coming in to check out the place, but I didn't see that many customers today. It was in the low 20s, and not a single one of them bought anything. My morale is low and my spirits are crushed. What a disastrous opening day. Not a single sale. I grit my teeth as I head to my workroom and try to finish a few designs to get my mind off of a slow start. When I head back upstairs, I can smell dinner has been made. I make my way into the kitchen to see Dimitri standing in front of the stove. Wait, Dimitri is home already? When did he get back? How long was I working for? I can't even remember. It's almost 8 o'clock now.
Oh!
Tiny, Dimitri greets me warmly. Hello, I greet him back. I stand next to him to see him making some kind of risotto. It smells delicious, and my stomach growls in response. Hungry? He asks as he shakes the frying pan. Starving, I answer. When did you get back home? I didn't hear you come in, I decide to ask. I came in the back. I didn't want to disturb your opening day or anything. How'd that go, by the way? Did you sell anything nice? Did the people like it? I've been thinking about it all day. Dimitri fires off one question after another. It's clear he's eager to know how the opening day went, but my smile falters and I stare down at the floor. It was okay, I say in a dull voice. Dimitri stops shaking the frying pan and looks at me, his eyebrows knitted together in confusion.
Oh.
That doesn't sound okay, he says in a low tone. Suddenly my cheeks burn with a blush and I start to feel like a huge failure as a boutique owner. I squeeze my eyes shut and hang my head down low. I didn't sell anything, I confess to him. I hiccup sadly. My opening day was a huge failure. Oh no. Dimitri gives me a sympathetic look. Tears are starting to well up in my eyes. After all these years, my hard work and my dreams, I feel like they've been crushed to oblivion. I couldn't even sell anything during the opening day. No, come here. Dimitri takes a step closer to me and wraps his arms around my back, pulling me into his chest to hug me. He rubs my back and says in a soothing voice, It'll be okay. You don't need to sell something on your first day. You still got many more days left, he encourages me. I press my face into his chest, wanting to hide from the world. I can't believe I screwed up so bad that I need Dimitri to comfort me. I sniff softly. I really don't want to cry, but I'm feeling so down. My expectations of this day. I just expected so much more. I wanted to sell my clothes. I wanted to see people wear them, I mumble against Dimitri's chest. He starts to stroke my back with his hand, and all these feelings come flowing out of me. I work so hard, and yet not a single one. Dimitri shushes at me softly and continues to stroke my back. It feels warm. It'll come, don't you worry. How about I help you out for tomorrow, he asks. I push myself away from his chest and look down and look up at him with a frown. Dimitri's hand stalls on my back, and he looks at me as well. Help? I question. I know something that'll lure more people to your boutique, he says with a mischievous grin. His grin and that cute dimple of him make me calm down a little bit. I sniff once more, feeling a little bit better. And what's that? Dimitri chuckles. It's a secret, but I'll have it ready by tomorrow, no worries. Then Dimitri bends down and leans closer to my face and gently brushes his thumb across the corner of my eye, wiping away some wetness left behind by the tears I've been holding in. There will be no reason to cry after tomorrow, he reassures me. I blink at the sudden touch of his thumb. I'm acutely aware of the fact that he's been embracing me this whole time and touching my back. Oh, and I saw I left an imprint behind on his shirt. It's got 2 little small wet spots where my nose had been. Well, that's a little embarrassing. Feeling a bit too self-conscious at the moment, I pull back from Dimitri completely and take a small step backwards. Dimitri suddenly tenses up as well, realizing what he's been doing, and he sheepishly rubs the back of his head. He stumbles over his words. Sorry for touching you like that. Awkwardly say nothing? That's for kind? I look down at my feet with a slight blush on my cheeks. I didn't expect him to touch me like that. Seeing my reaction, Dimitri grows flustered, and he awkwardly shifts on the spot. If I weren't feeling a bit shy myself, I'd find it adorable. The both of us are silent for a little while until I realize I should probably thank him for consoling me. Thank you for your kind words, Dimitri, I tell him honestly. Yeah, no problem, he says quickly. My stomach makes an acute growling noise. It fills up the silence between us. I shyly look away at Dimitri, who cocks his head at me. I did tell you I was starving, I mumbled. Dimitri laughs at me and then starts to plate the risotto and asks me to sit down at the dining table. Over dinner, Dimitri tries to cheer me up and offers me some encouragement, saying things like he'll definitely help me out tomorrow and that what he's got in mind will be a surprise. Despite the rough first day I had, I do feel better with Dimitri being here with me. I'm sure that if I had had to make dinner for myself after a rough day, my mood would have grown even more sour. I'm glad he's with me. After we finish dinner, I start to clean things up and do the dishes in the kitchen. Dimitri has gone back to his own room. As I dry up the dishes, I keep wondering what Dimitri has in store for me tomorrow. I hope it'll work out as he says so, because my soul will be crushed to bits if I have to experience another day with no sales. I sigh deeply. Oh, I was going to clean up. Dimitri's behind me, sounding surprised. I turn my head to answer him, but I'm suddenly left speechless for a second. Glasses. He's wearing his glasses, and he changed his clothes. Even his hair is tousled. Is this what Dimitri looks like when he wants to relax at home? He's been living here for several days now, but this is the first time I've seen him like this. I guess because all the other nights I would have gone to bed already, so I didn't get a chance to see Dimitri in his comfy clothes. The hearts remind me of Undertale. It reminds me of when he was younger. He looks so much like his old self now. What? He asks. Is there something wrong with my clothes? I quickly shake my head, realizing I've been staring at him for a while. It's nothing. I'm just a bit surprised to see you like this. I haven't seen you wear glasses in a while. Dimitri touches the rim of the glasses, looking a bit clumsy. I only wear them right before going to bed. You can't sleep with contacts in after all. You know, I never asked. How bad is your eyesight anyways? My vision gets really blurry when I take my glasses off. I'm around a negative 3.5 in both eyes. I put them in the towel on my head, and instead I turn to Dimitri and reach out toward his glasses. In my hand, not my head. Can I try? I ask, curious what the world looks like through Dimitri's eyes. Sure. I remember when I was younger, and like family members and kids at school would always be like, let me see what it looks like, and they'd want to try my glasses on. Dimitri takes off his glasses, immediately squinting as he does so, then hands them over to me. I take them and slowly slide them on. The rims feel warm because of Dimitri's body heat. I look through the glass, and my eyes start straining themselves to be able to look through the warped view. Wow, this looks really weird, I said. The world looks sharp yet unclear. So strange. Imagine what I'm seeing right now, Dimitri jokes. Not much, am I right? I respond with a chuckle. In a second, Dimitri closes the distance between us, and he hunches over so he can lower his face enough to be at eye level with me. I'm looking straight into his blue eyes. He holds my gaze, and I'm unable to look away. I can see the fine detail in his iris. They're so pretty, like a nebula in space. Dimitri has the prettiest blue eyes. I clear my throat, realizing he's also staring right back at me. He's so close. Give me a little space, would you? I need to be this close to see anything sharp, he says. I quickly take the glasses off and hand them back to Dimitri, who puts them back on as he removes himself from my personal space. I can see again, he says in a relieved voice. Phew, being stared at like that while you're that close to each other is kind of nerve-wracking. That reminds me, when we first met, he couldn't see through his glasses. Eventually, when he wiped them clean, he could see clearly again, which meant he could see my shirt was completely see-through. So that's why you had such a delayed action for. I muse out loud.
Huh?
Huh? Dimitri looks confused. Delayed reaction about what? Oh, excuse me. Remember when we met in the rain? You couldn't see that my shirt was see-through until you cleaned your glasses. You simply couldn't see it before. Dimitri's face turned red all of a sudden. He turns away from me in shame and covers his face with his hand. Oh my God. He's turned all shy. It was an embarrassing moment for me all those years ago, but I'm an adult now. It's simply a funny memory to me. I can't help but grin at Dimitri's demeanor. I apologize for looking, he says meekly. I didn't mean to. It's okay. I don't mind. You don't mind me seeing your underwear? Oh my god. Dimitri asks incredulously. I hold up my hands in protest. No, I mean, this was a long time ago. It's okay. I don't blame you or anything. God, Dimitri, I think you've seen me in my underwear enough to last a lifetime. This only seems to turn Dimitri redder. Please stop talking about your underwear, he begs me. Oh my god. Agreed. This conversation topic has grown a little bit too awkward. Then I get an idea. Oh, I know. Wait right here. Ah, okay. I leave Dimitri behind the kitchen before I can ask what I meant. Searching through some of the boxes stuffed in my closet, I finally find what I'm looking for. I take it out of the box and bring it with me back to the kitchen. I hold up Dimitri's old vest in front of him. Look! It takes Dimitri a second to realize what I'm holding. His hand reaches out for it and his fingertips slide down the fabric. You kept it? He says slowly, almost to himself. Dimitri finally takes it off my hands and looks at it a bit in a daze. Then his eyes meet mine. Why? I shrug. Why not? Back then I thought I could return it to you someday, but then I ended up forgetting I even had it. Dimitri smiles at the vest in his hands, a fleeting look of nostalgia gracing his face. Thanks, he says earnestly, smiling at me vibrantly. Better late than never. Although I wouldn't mind if you never gave it back to me, he says softly. Nah, that's not right. It's yours after all. Now come on, let's head to bed. I hope I'll be pleasantly surprised tomorrow.
Oh!
I won't let you down, he exclaimed, still smiling widely. Oof. Dimitri's smile is sometimes too bright to look at. He's a good guy. Okay, so I was able to do 2 chapters. Let's do some designs so that I can get some more money. Let's see. I have an important date. Please don't mess it up. All right. Let's see. Not that brown. Okay. And then it's a little bit. There we go. Sleeves. Nope. Not that purple. That purple looks like skirt. There we go. Boop. Oh, super easy. Boop. I want to try doing the ones with the heart. Okay. What is that name? Xj Ahamoonblood? Okay. Oh no, that's darker. So, nope, not that one. think that's it. No. Think that's it. Yeah? Okay, skirt. That one. Oops. Okay. All right. Probably gonna get a nice chunk of change. Let's see what the change. Oh, what that's dark. Okay. Shop. 92.50. Okay. I'm gonna get this hairstyle. Yes. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we know that the next chapter is 800. So I'm going to, let's see. Save. Okay, saving before anything else happens. And I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. I am excited to announce that from June 15th to July 15th, I'm going to be raising money for, or helping to raise money for St. Jude Hospital. I'm still trying to figure out details and everything, but when I stream, I should have a fundraising link in my little stream description and on my YouTube videos. I'm also going to try to have a link where you can donate. I'm not exactly sure what they mean by posting links because I've never done this before, but I'll figure it out. Also, we'll probably be having links in my Twitter. So I'm going to be posting the link every so often so that people know to go and donate. Current goal is going to be $200 at least. But if we can break 200, I'd be so happy. Raising money for a good cause, helping those kids out. But yeah, I'm so excited to do that. My first, well, I shouldn't say my first fundraiser because my first fundraiser is actually it's on the screen here. But I've done I've done a fundraiser before. I've actually shaved my head before. Or St. Baldrick's. That was the fundraiser I did. I raised some money for St. Baldrick's. Then went and got my head shaved. Donated my hair. My hair was down to the back of my leg, like back of my thigh, almost to my knees. It was a lot and just thick. So yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that. It was a good cause, and I can't wait to do this fundraiser that's coming up. Also, I'm going to plan to be doing an early birthday stream. My birthday is July 3rd, so I'm probably going to be streaming the Thursday before my birthday, since my birthday's on a Sunday, and I work. So yeah, with the St. Jude fundraiser, I'm going to try and stream 2 out of the 3 days that I have off from work. We'll see how that goes. See if I'm able to. If not, I'll try to stream a little bit longer than I normally do for my streams. Maybe start to stream a little bit earlier so I can get a little bit more time in. But yeah, super excited about that. I hope you can join me. I hope you can donate. If you can't donate, that's perfectly fine. But please share the link around so that those who can donate are able to and know where to. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode here. That's going to be all for now. Of course, I have the heck. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe, stay happy. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Wow, that was a lot.